Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So it's Sunday, but I'm prepping for Monday. So the first thing that I'm going to do to prep is I bought 4 bags of this yellow rice. I've never even tasted yellow rice before, but that's what it calls for in a recipe that I want to. Well, it doesn't call for anything. I'm just watching a reel, and hopefully it works out okay. So I took 4 bags of that rice, and I put it into my Instapot. Now, it does come with powder inside of it, so make sure that you stir it really well. So I'm putting mine to manual, and you need to go up to 4 minutes, and you're going to let it cook for 4 minutes. Then you're going to let it come down to pressure on its own. So there is a second thing that I'll need to do in the Instapot. So I figured I'd get them both done today. Whatever I don't use in the rice, I will freeze that up, because I did look it up, in yellow rice you can freeze that as well. So I figured I'm going to do it all up, and then I have it for when I need it. Hopefully I like it. So I'm going to let that get cooked up, and then I'll be back to show you the next thing I'm going to prep. Okay, so all the rice is done, and I'm letting that cool off. And I'll think about how much I think I need tomorrow. And then the rest of it I will put in baggies, and I'll put it in the freezer. So now I have the roast in here. It's not huge. It's like not quite 2 pounds, I don't think. Anyway, so what we need is, I wanted to pick a simple one that I could use for anything else too. So I didn't want to put in too much different stuff, you know what I mean? So it calls for a tablespoon of brown sugar, a tablespoon of garlic, and a tablespoon of soy sauce. There's the soy sauce. And then it said half a cup of water, but I'm going to put almost a cup in there just because. And then it calls for 1.5 cups of salsa. I am going to use 2 cups because that's what I had left. And it says just to pour it over top of it. Make sure this says sealing. We're going to put that on. And then we're actually going to cook this one. It says 20 minutes if it's thin, 60 minutes if it's a couple inches or more. So I'm actually going to do 50 minutes because it is frozen. Maybe I should do 60. How about we go in the middle? 55. So now it does say too, when it comes to pressure, let it come down by itself, which it did the other stuff too. So once this beef is done, then I'll be back to show you what I'm going to do with that. Alright, so now the roast is done. I've left the juice inside the Instapot, and I'll add some to it. But now you just want to break that meat apart, and it's really nice and tender, so you can do that. This is going to be awesome for tomorrow. And you can get rid of that extra fat and stuff like that too after you get it all broke down. Alrighty. So I'm going to get that all done up. Just like that. And we'll have it for tomorrow. Alright guys, so now it's Monday. We had a good time with our grandkids and my son and his wife. That was a nice park, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So now we have to do the beans. We did all the other prep yesterday. So now we need to do the beans. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to chop up an onion. Now if you notice, the inside on one side is not good. Well, it's not that it's bad, but it's growed a second onion in there. which I don't think we need a second onion. So we're going to take that out. Whoops. Just like so. When that happens, you don't have to throw away the whole onion. Don't waste it like that. Now it asks for a 1/4 cup of diced onions. And I'll put all the recipes for everything in my in the link below, because actually this recipe isn't a recipe. It was just a reel I seen that had food truck burrito in a bowl. That's all it was. So everything to create this, I've looked up recipes and everything to try to make it what I think should be, yeah, what I think it should be, I guess. Because it looked really good, didn't it, Tom?
Yeah, it did.
Could you do me a huge favor?
Sure.
Can you put that in a sandwich bag and just put it in the fridge?
Sure.
Thank you. There, now the oil is hot. We're going to put those onions in there. And we're going to put a teaspoon of garlic in there. And we're going to cook those onions for about 2 minutes until all the smells start coming in really, really good. And then I'll be back. Now Tom is reheating the rice on the stove. The meat we're just going to throw in the microwave, so it'll be fine. So the next thing we need is a teaspoon of cumin. These are going to be delicious. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. Now you can prep all this in one day. It's just that I didn't have anything else really to do, so I thought, why not just get everything prepped, because Tom was busy outside doing all the outside stuff. We're moving all the garden closer to us, which is nice. And then I don't use thyme, so I'm not going to put thyme in there. We need a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And we need salt and pepper. I hope this is a real flavorful dish. We bought the pans that they cooked in, but they're really small, aren't they, Tom?
Yeah.
So we've decided to use those for the homeless people that, you know, when we have leftovers. Except for Tom, kind of lost the tops to me. Alright, so now we're going to put
lose them. I know where they're at.
2 cans of my home canned beans, which are rinsed and drained. And then 2/3 cup of water. And we're going to get that all stirred in, get the seasonings all mixed in it. Oh, it's going to be good.
Smells good. Oh, my pan would probably be a lot better if I had it over the fire.
If you had it over fire. Yeah. Now we're going to let those simmer for a few minutes, and we'll be back and get the stuff put together. Alrighty, so let's put these bowls together. I have the bowls for me and Tom for tonight, and then I have a bowl over here for Tom's lunch tomorrow. And what we had left over we took to the homeless last night, and they weren't sitting at the regular tables. And we went to go turn around because we were going to go somewhere else. And a lady yelled out, "Hey, what good stuff do you have for us tonight?" Didn't she?
Yeah.
And they took all 5 bowls of it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put those beans on the bottom. And those beans, you guys, smell amazing, don't they, Tom?
Yeah, they do.
They smell really good. little bit more in there. So definitely going to use up all the beans. That's the last of my canned beans, isn't it, Tom?
Yep. Gotta make some more.
I gotta make some more.
Don't let Kelly
You want to put that in the sink?
Sure.
Yep.
I'll trade them.
That sounds great, because that's what's next. Now next we're going to put rice in there and kind of smooth it out. This week we're going to do more bowl stuff. This yellow rice, I've decided I do like it. Tom does too. We tasted it last night. It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Today Grandpa's tired because the kids wore Grandpa out, didn't they?
I chased them all over the park. Emerson, he just like he figured out that Grandpa don't go down the slide very well, so he just sneaked down the slide and I'd have to chase him all over again.
I was surprised how busy that was today. Okay, you can take that. Now the next thing we want to do is that beautiful Mexican beef. Look at that, you guys. So we're going to put that on top. Yeah, in the video it shows, what if you don't like, you know, you don't want the shell, but you would like to have a bowl. And, well, I think a bowl will be good.
Doesn't fall apart as easy, that's for sure.
And that, the rest of it can be put in a baggie and put in the freezer.
Okie dokie.
Now the next thing is, we've got my shredded lettuce. We're going to put the shredded lettuce on there. Just like so. And then I got some peach mango salsa. And this stuff is good, you guys. But if you want to use pico, whatever you want to use, go ahead. And then we're going to put that over top. Yeah, never let any of that stuff go to waste. You know, if you don't use it all, then put it in the freezer and you can use it again sometime for something else. Your arm just went right in the way.
Yeah.
Now we're going to use, they use mozzarella, so we're going to too. And they put hot sauce on the top. If you want to do that, you can do that too. If you don't, you don't have to. I thought I'd need that other bag, but I don't think I'm going to have to use the other bag. Alrighty. So there's his lunch. And here is our dinner. We'll meet you at the table. Alrighty. There it is. Just get what you can get. Try to get some of those beans, see how that tastes. What do you think?
What?
May not be as pretty as theirs, but I think it looks amazing.
Pretty healthy too.
Yeah, not too bad. So winner, food truck burrito dinner.
Drop burrito dinner.
Yeah. That yellow rice is pretty good, huh?
Those kids wore me out.
They did.
That's why I took a nap.
Yeah, we did take a 45-minute nap. They were Grandpa and Grandma out. Well, I just sat at the table. But we had a really nice lunch, though. Good thing we bought 2 pounds of ham. Because there wasn't much left. Courtney's like, Good thing you brought the 2-pounder. And then we bought a fruit and vegetable tray. And actually, we bought one back, and then there's 2 little things, so Tom will take those for lunch this week to use them up.
Emmy was trying to just eat the sauce.
Yeah, he was.
The veggie sauce.
You guys, he was licking the plate with the ranch. He was.
Stick his fingers in it and eat it.
Yeah. He just wanted the ranch. So it was.
He had to dip all around his face.
Yeah. It was a fun day, though. Really fun day. So I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. And for all of you out there working and making this world happen, thank you. You guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing. And goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Tom.
You guys have a great night.